recently able to catch up with local North Haven musical act Myopia and follow them behind the scenes in preparation for perhaps one of their biggest shows, playing in direct support opening for their idol Sonata Arctica, who were the headlining band of the Webster Theater this past Friday night. As we sat down with the band, they began to explain as to how they have gotten to where they are today, starting with the formation of the band.
Well, we started out in high school. Mark and I met up. He played guitar at the time. I was only playing keyboards. I didn't know guitar at all. We got William in the band. It's a drum. He didn't know drums at the time. We just taught him.
Yeah, we picked up Mickey probably about a year and a half later on keys. That's when we picked up Kyle. Senior year, we started teaching Kyle his parts.
A few band members talk about how they were originally supposed to play with idol Sonata Arctica.
We were on a bill for 2 years ago for these guys and they canceled.
Which
was
sucked.
Catastrophic. But at the time, you know, a few of the guys in the band didn't really know Sonata Arctica so well yet, and it wasn't such a big deal for them, and I was heartbroken. But tonight, we make a total recompense event. Now everyone's into it. They're our heroes. You know, we're playing with our heroes, and it really couldn't be better.
First favorite part was probably walking out there. I think, and, you know, I had to do the intro by myself. And I just looked up for a second, seeing all those people out there. It was just, there were so many people there, and I was just like, wow.
It's pretty amazing to have people actually screaming for you.
Yeah, it's great, especially that number of people.
It was possibly the most intense thing I've ever experienced in my life.
I remember walking up on the stage in the beginning of the set and just seeing Mickey playing the keyboards alone with the spotlight on him, and thinking, with all the crowd cheering, just wow, this is it.
The greatest show we have ever had in the history of our career.
Something I wanted to mention in particular was the tribute that we did for Ben, who's missing.
We wouldn't be having this awesome night if it wasn't for the efforts of someone who is missing right now.
We did a tribute song for him, and a lot of the guys mentioned from the Webster that they found that to be, they were particularly grateful for that.
But we're talking about the charismatic booking agent of this venue, okay? Ben Wu, all right? He was on vacation and he went missing, and we want you all to keep him in your thoughts and prayers.
This is probably our first gig where we haven't had a problem, so we really don't know what to do with ourselves.
Don't jinx it.
Little did the band know they would once again encounter a problem in their performance.
Broke a string. That was really awesome. It ended up working out okay. Somebody gave me a bass.
My favorite moment was probably playing our cover, Hunting High and Low by Stradivarius, because as soon as Mark said, "Does anyone know Stradivarius?" they were all screaming.
Does anyone know Stradivarius?
It's probably the loudest cheer I've ever heard in this band.
Several days after the show, the band reflected on the impression that their performance left on them.
The end, when Mark came out with all his shirts and the CDs, starts throwing them out, and I'm like, all right, you know, so we're throwing shirts out, whatever.
I'd have to say I think it was definitely the most whole we've ever been as a group. You know, like, since it was such a great experience, all of us just kind of banded together.
Probably the best concert we've ever played.
Playing the set itself was awesome.
It was probably our best show ever.
An absolutely amazing experience.
The whole crowd went nuts.
5 years ago, we never would have imagined being here.
Alright, it's 1:04 Eastern Standard Time on Sunday, and as I read the Spin Doctors inside cover to their greatest hits, I ponder, will we ever get this work done? Because this car of ours decided to crap out and the battery just gave up, you know? But we don't give up because we got a good mentality and we got a strong group, and we're going to pull things together and hopefully get some jumper cables. But, you know, it's a small bump in the road to fortune. And, you know, see, positive. We got to think positive. we're working on that right now.
Nah, man, this.
What's going on here, Tom?
I don't know, some bull. Trying to film this day 2 of this Myopia Film Festival, whatever we got going on here. Friggin' car doesn't start. Seeing as none of us are car buffs, we can't fix it, so now we're waiting for keys to my car, and hopefully we're finally gonna finish this thing.
We're just a bunch of kids with cameras.
Yeah, this sucks real bad.
Is there a mechanic?